Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and today we will discuss a notion, way of thinking, which is not so rare. And what I mean that many people say that even before Second World War, so even 1950s, 60s, life was better, times were better, because women were women, men were men, and people had some principles and so on and so on. It's partly true. We can also put more arguments for it, but one of the most important difference between current times and the times some decades ago, more than 5 decades ago, is the fact that people were needed. Were needed because people who had power needed some gifted people in different ways. Physically strong, hardworking, intelligent, and so on, knowledgeable. They needed some people to do some job, to do some projects. For them, for others, for nation, for society, for imperialistic projects, and so on and so on. But now, since last decades, 3-4 decades, we see this all drift of industry to China, that is no longer so cheap, to Asia, to other countries. It's all the time money minding, management option in corporations, and always looking for cheaper worker, cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. Now another push is to invest in AI. Then they think that as much as possible AI could replace workers that cost some money, and then we would be in heaven because it would be the cheapest in quotation worker ever. So we see greed and money minding because of our business political elite, no longer cultural elite, destroys us, and this is one of the reasons why many people feel not needed. And we see what happens, that even some people who have power and money, so our business political elite, because no longer a cultural elite, thinks how to reduce the number of people or how to make people quiet, because they know that they are in tiny minorities, so they are afraid of people. So they think to introduce this unconditional income, to give people some money to survive and keep them quiet, like the plebs was kept quiet with Parliament circuses, so bread and circuses in ancient Rome, or Chang'an, great capital of Tang dynasty, also had the same problem with plebs. So now they think that all around the world where the business political elite has power, that they will keep people who they consider as useless, not no longer needed, if they do not eliminate them before. So now we see why we have such thinking. Of course, one can say that before Second World War, for instance, many people didn't have toilets at home. There was poverty, blah 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 blah. Yes, but people were needed, and if you were hardworking, ambitious, so on, there was a high chance that you could get a good position and you could feel needed for the society, for some big projects, and so on. Now this is the problem, that it's, I wouldn't say no longer possible, but it's much harder, because business political elite, so aristocracy of money we have now, and as Napoleon said, aristocracy of money is the most miserable of them all, really wants to have the cheapest worker possible. That is why we have these stupid investments in AI. I'm not against AI, but we shouldn't think that AI could solve our problems and do job for us. No, it can be supportive, but it cannot work for us. And first of all, and the most important, it cannot think for us. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.